viral for screaming about people giving her money. I can't be like that. I'm not very good at being like that. I'm really bad at selling out. The best I can do is marathon streams, but realistically, some of you probably remember the marathon stream I did over New Year's and how it took me like a week and a half to recover. So it's like, I can do those, but those impact me in other ways. So I don't know. You want to know the irony? The fit? The irony? That clip that went viral, seconds later, she got about 200 gifted subs over the next 5 minutes. It's like someone gifted 20, someone else gifted 20, someone gifted 50, there was a 100 sub drop. Yeah, no, she made a lot of money. And then after the clip went viral, she made a lot more money. So, people were laughing at her, but it... Fuck. Anyway. Screw it. We'll just continue playing Respectrock. Good to hear, Andy. I'm glad that you're doing well. How's Hydra? Hydra's fully healed, I think. I'm working on a room for the Hydra. So we're gonna need to move the Hydra's cage over here and then very carefully put it on that chain. Which is kind of the next plan. It's gonna live next to the library because I like the idea that, you know, scholars... Uh-oh, there's a ghost in... right there. Am I, Okay, I've got a bunch of slabs engraved, but no one's placed them, so we're gonna go do that. There's a bunch of zombies wandering around outside, so I'm working on my defensive structure so that we can just murder them. I can't remember where I put the tombs. I think it's down here. But it is. That's the wrong hotkey. But yeah, that's just the internet, you know? You know, a lot of people made fun of her that day, but at the end of the day, the people who support her heavier because of that event. And her channel has certainly grown. But, you know, people like me who just kind of quietly sit off in the corner will never make a big impact in that way. It's just not gonna happen. Oh, troglodytes are fighting with the swords, Dwarf. It's funny. Yeah, Hydra is getting moved. That is the next plan. Still making grates. I think I can cancel the grates because I'm done with the grates. Still working on the mechanisms. Still brewing drinks from plants, forging goblets. Rock blocks. Start making more blocks. Let's see what's C do? I don't know what the question is. What's C do mean? Do you mean what did she do? Lobwart the second interrupted by troglodyte. Random swords dwarf that isn't mine attacking troglodyte. We fighting with this troglodyte and beating the crap out of it? Seems like it. What did she do? I was just a bitch on the internet. Like literally just demanding people give her money so that she can it's not worth going over again. It's irrelevant. Like literally not even worth talking about. Yeah, like, not even worth going over. If you missed it and don't know what we're talking about, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Come on, let's get these ghosts dealt with. Yeah, which is like the exact polar opposite of my mentality. Gross rifle. The exact opposite of my mentality. Take care of yourself. Like yesterday, I gifted a sub to somebody who's been around the channel for a while. Who I know for a fact hasn't had a job for a while and has been homeless. Recently got a job, but it was just like, he's like, yeah, no, I can support you now. I'm like, no, you're gonna take care of yourself first. Here, have 30 days of subscription. You had carrots for dinner? You should eat more than just carrots for dinner. Did you at least cook the carrots? There we go, with cheese sauce. Userin is grieving, probably lost a loved one. If anybody wants a dwarf, just let me know. Get you dwarfed up in here. With potatoes and fish. There you go, now it's a full meal. It wasn't a full meal initially. To anybody who's just tuning in, the reason I'm a little bit down is because I've been trying to do the record streams at the start of the stream as like a method of warming up. And they're doing one thing, making less people tune in. Squig's beating up a troglodyte, which is good. Which is disappointing. But I'm gonna keep trying for a couple more weeks. We'll see what we can do. I'll try and promote them more on Twitter and see if I can convince people or trick people into tuning in early. It is really dark outside today. Today's a very gray, gloomy day. Had a couple sunny ones in a row. Today is just super dark outside. There we go. Getting those slabs installed. Looks like we've... Oh, Edom the Swords Dwarf has been found dead. Well, would you look at that? It was just a monster, or just like a mercenary person who wanted to kill monsters in the caverns, but... Something that happened to me that was funny was something strange with pathing was happening, and two dwarves were fighting over the same item. What was the item? Because items stored in barrels. There's a bug involving two dwarves trying to grab... Okay, I know that makes sense. So what happens is, if food is left in barrels, the game doesn't consider them all clustered in one spot where dwarves can just go grab it. The game considers them to be stacked vertically, right? So if an item is... When they're stacked vertically like that, it automatically forbids all the lower ones, and they can only take one off the top. Does that make sense? So when two dwarves go to take one off the top, they cancel the job. So you need to be kind of careful with how you store your food because of that. Yeah. So that's why when you have seed stockpiles, you put them in bags. Because if you have seeds in bags, bags don't stack them vertically. It just clusters them all into the same tile so they can go grab whichever one. But barrels stack them vertically so they... That's where you see it the most, is in seed stockpiles. It's like, can't find or plump helmet spawn destroyed or whatever. And the reason you get that notification is because it's, you know. All right, so I'm going to remove this cage with the Hydra still assigned to it, and we're going to place it elsewhere. I don't even think it's domestic. I don't even think it's trained right now, which is going to be interesting. I thought about slaughtering the Hydra to make an artifact out of bone, because I had a dwarf that really wanted bone. For being haunted by her own dead father. Well, that's terrifying. Bamboo Plage Cloister's the dwarven child is horrified after being haunted by her dead father. Oh no. That magma is still continuing to fill up. Ever so slowly, just ruining the frame rate. All right, let's check in on the entrance. Accurate animal, yeah, very spoopy. All right, is this thing hooked up? Okay, you know what? Let's just queue up this door. Mid passage. Keep tightly closed. Okay, so in theory, they can only go on top of this. So let's start this filling up. Magma, refill. Am I filling the world with magma? That's not how the magma works, because it despawns when it hits the edge of the tile. But no, it's currently dammed in. I could be filling the world with magma. I guess it'll eventually spill over the wall, but... Hello, Kukra. How are we doing? There we go. It begins. So this is the beginning of the trap that we're working on. Last week when Stone Shard was just coming out? Wait, what? What happened last week when Stone Shard was just coming out? Mm-hmm. Yep, I know. It's a pity that that game isn't particularly good. Behind Cobalt Streak and one other? Yeah. You were so proud. It'd be nice if those people came back. We were just talking about, while I was in, just chatting earlier, we were just talking about me being worried about the records at the start of the stream for 2 hours because, putting it bluntly, nobody tunes in for them. A few people do, and I'm extremely happy that a few people do. But in general, not very many people tune in for them. And it's kind of disappointing. Why's my phone going off? But yeah, no, anyway. So we were talking about how it's kind of doing the opposite of what I was hoping it would do. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, I was talking about this earlier as I've never been a channel that people tune into. And that might sound bad, but hear me out. I've never been a channel that people tune into first. Right? Always a third or fourth channel for a lot of people. Also, hello, Mind. I hope you're doing well. So, putting it bluntly, some of my teammates, like, let's use FG as an example. She turns her stream on. 10 minutes into her stream, there's 60, 70 people watching. 30 minutes into her stream, there's 110 people watching. Me, 60, it takes me, well, me, I turn my stream on, and 10 minutes into the stream, there's 8 people watching. 30 minutes into the stream, there's maybe 20 people watching. 40 minutes into the stream, there's maybe 25 people watching. I need to increase that. I need something that people tune in for. I've never managed to pull that off as a stream, as a broadcast. 5 hours into the stream, I'll have 80 people watching. But that initial influx of people coming in is slowed down by the records. So when I stream records, 2 hours into my stream, there'll be 30 people watching. If I do 2 hours of records, which I love. It's some of the most fun I have during my streams is just talking about music with people. But if I don't, 2 hours into the stream, there will be 60 people watching. And that view count curve hurts my overall averages a lot. Yeah, exactly. I need something to, and I was hoping that that's what that would be. Very much so. I was hoping, like, okay, if we can get the same gradual influx of concurrence, then at that point, I could start having people tune in specifically for that. Do I still have ghosts running around? Thought I got them all. If you're specifically watching something. I mean, maybe it's a time slot thing, but I'm so scared of changing my time slot. But yeah, oh no. What did I do wrong? Is Gabbro not magma safe? Thought it was. Yes, it's magma safe. So then why did those get melted? What melted? Both of my floodgates. Like, yeah, my floodgates melted. But they're all made out of, back to lurks. Thanks, Balinor, for checking in briefly. Yeah, they were all made out of Gabbro. Gabbro mechanisms, Gabbro floodgates. No, the fort won't flood with magma. Just draining the magma is gonna be hard. Maybe they both just failed. I mean, I probably still can drain it. It's just the dream of... I'm gonna have to cave it in to block it. Did rocks hit them? Probably, actually. Because there are boulders in there. They're just all invisible. No boulders hit them. There's just the one right there. Yeah, that is weird. Last time I did floodgate systems, they were all fully Gabbro. I had no problems. Yeah, I don't really have any games that I play daily runs in. What games specifically do you see people doing daily runs for, Coop? I don't know. I don't like starting my stream off with games, though. I'm very much kind of a slow start stream. I don't like personally, I have a really hard time. Risk of Rain doesn't have daily runs, dude. I mean, it has challenges, but I don't like the challenges. Also, the one thing historically on my channel that has been worse for initial tune-in rate is Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain 2 easily has the lowest early tune-in rate of any game I've ever streamed. I don't know why, but last all-day Risk of Rain stream I did, 4.5 hours in the stream, we had 30 people watching. I basically can't do that. All right, well, I gotta block this then. So I guess what I'll do... I don't want to gonna lose a dwarf though. I don't want to lose a dwarf. No, that will have to do it from over here. Yeah, let's just start off with that. We're gonna have to cave this in. Block it off. Rebuild those. Sitting here going, is the frame rate like sub 1? What's going on? Why is everything moving so slow? It's just because they're carrying boulders around. Nope, frame rate's still terrible. It's because of the flowing magma. Here they come. Come on, dwarves. Get this chipped out. But yeah, no, I do really appreciate the kind words about being super high up in the Stone Shard directory, but realistically, that was all hosts. Most of that was hosts. The vast majority of that was hosts. Like, the hosts from Evil Trick really helped. The host from Cringer really helped. I could do that any day on any game if I got the same hosts. So, I mean, even my mom commented on it. She's like, you've been doing really well the last few days. I'm like, that was all hosts, though. I mean, yes, there was a lot of people tuning in because the game was hot. But the only reason I got that high up in the directory in the first place was hosts. The game being hot helped, but... Come on, Dwarf. There you go. Get this out. I need to get this... We're gonna drop this, like, 4-piece square here. I'm also gonna need to dig up and over top of it as well. Hopefully it doesn't spray too much magma up into the air. If it does, dwarves are gonna spontaneously combust. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's not nice. It's certainly nice. I mean, honestly, I got more followers in 3 days than I had in the last 2 months. Also kind of goes back to why I say I don't really care if you follow the channel or not. I just care if you watch. Because, like, at the end of the day, I think maybe 1 or 2 of those people have tuned back in. 1 or 2. Maybe they've lurked, but I haven't said anything. It's been quiet. Which is a savage beast, my friend. Which is indeed a savage beast. That and the update to Dwarf Fortress was great for a few days there. When everybody was tuning in to check out Dwarf Fortress updates that don't normally watch Twitch, that was a lot of fun. Got a lot of new faces. Some of them have come back. That's been nice. Let's carve those up. So make this whole thing fall. We're getting there. I want to say that there's a strange mood somewhere in the fort, too. I think yesterday when I ended off, there was a strange mood somewhere in the fort. I think it might have been a child. No, can't have. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there totally is. Melville, dwarven child. We need to check in on them. I've never been into those games. The reason I've never been into those games is because, in regards to Wilson, is because they get to a point where there's just too much stuff exploding on the screen and I actually just can't play it anymore. I've never been into action RPGs. All right, let's hope that no dwarves die in this. Wait, that's not done yet. Need to cut out the top. Whoops. So no, absolutely no interest in Wilson. Which is why and the sad part is if my eyes were better, I'd probably be very into those types of games. The reason I say that is because I love roguelikes, right? Which are literally that, but turn-based. So it's that, but digestible for me, right? So it's like, that's why I was so excited about Stone Shard. I was going, oh my god, maybe. But unfortunately, Stone Shard is an underwhelming, underdeveloped, rightfully cheap game with a misleading prologue, which is bloody unfortunate, I think. Cue up, you were the chosen one meme. I hope they build on the foundation they have. The problem is the foundation they have is boring. But I hope so too. All right, so that's the last one that we need to do. Still just very early access? I mean, yeah, that's one way to put it. Interesting. The floodgates have, like, blocked it in again. But I didn't pull the lever a second time. Rebuilt this fan base? I'm not quite sure that's the wording I'd use. No, what's gonna happen is they're gonna balance that game for a casual audience, most likely. All right, let's see how much magma sprays are gonna be from this. Let's find out. Let's find out, because we are dumping boulders into magma. Alrighty, I lost the dwarf. Do your best here, friend. Hello, Bellinair, how you doing? Darn it. Didn't work as well as I wanted it to. And, of course, the dwarf fell in there. Well, it certainly slowed down the flow, but didn't do what I needed it to do. Bellinair, are you as sour on Stone Shard as I am? Let's just block this up. Needs a lot of work and content. You know what, screw it. Let's try pulling the other lever. Are they all gonna break? If they're all gonna break, then this whole fort is just not done, but I might retire this fort, chat. Might. Yeah, those don't seem to be breaking, but this seems to be working just fine. And draining things really quickly. Yeah, no, this works perfectly. So this portion of it works. Question is it gonna drain it fast enough so that I can... This frame rate is tough. Let's see if we can pull that lever again. Yeah, I think that like those two mechanisms must have just failed back to back. I mean, like, I will stream more Stone Shard. It's just... I need to get that video done for it first. Why was it Stone Shard that was the roguelike that blew up? Why couldn't it have been something else? Yeah, see, that worked fine. And those are the exact same mechanisms and the exact same floodgates as this one, where they both broke. I am super confused as to how that works. Wonder if those are blocking the flow. It's probably not. It almost looks like it is. Is there right now for me? Yeah. Is it fun content? Not really. I mean, I've talked about my problems with that game. The problems with that game is the prologue is excellent. The leveling curve is perfect. You feel powerful quickly, and that's super fun. In the overworld, instead of getting 100, 200, 300 XP per kill, you're getting 20, 30, maybe 15, 5 for some things. So the leveling curve is way slower. So it takes like 3 hours in a run before you start to feel powerful, and then you've out-leveled all of the enemies in the overworld. Yes, they've rebalanced it a little bit, but you still out-level the enemies. Does that make sense? Whereas something like Caves of Cud, there's always 50,000 things that you haven't even seen yet with powers that you can't comprehend. And is that a content issue, or is that a design issue? Personally, I think it's a design issue because they want you to level up once and sleep in your bed and then go do more tailored content. What new enemies? Are you talking about the vampires, Felinair, or are you talking about something else? The ones that have like the weird dashes and stuff? And then there's also like the weird witch hood wearing people. Yeah. I mean, yes, they are decently balanced at that point, but it still takes way too long to get to the point where the game is fun. That's my problem. The leveling curve is so bad right now. And it feels so clunky to play compared to the competition. I don't know. I don't know. I want to love that game. I really, really, really want to love that game. I just don't know if I can right now. I need them to do a lot of convincing before I think I can love it. And how long did it take you to get there, Belliner? I know that the most recent patch, because I've hit that guy before and he was a pushover. But they put out a patch, I want to say yesterday, which rebalanced the late game enemies that they have, the higher tier ones. I made them way harder. Which I still don't think fixes the problem. And then it just hurts me seeing people complaining on the forums that it's too hard and saves are bad. And I'm scared they're gonna look at them because that's the mainstream audience. I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about, and I know how to avoid that. It says the difficulty of the enemy on the quest area that you go to. Or the average difficulty of the enemies in each quest area that you go to. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree that they're doing that well. It just makes me want to play better roguelikes. But anyway, I don't want to just sit here and bitch about that game all day. Done enough bitching already today. Why am I in such a bad place today? It's like I had a great day yesterday. I should be in a great mood today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry, chat room. Something's fucking wrong with me. I need to move that cage over here. Where is my Hydra? There you are. Also, Melchior, I don't think I said a proper hello to you. Hi, how you doing? What's wrong with you? You tell me. Because I don't know. I don't know. I think I can make this trap work. I think it's filling slow enough that it'll still drain out. Mocking burns. Hello. Hasn't been that long. Hope you've had a good few weeks. Trying to make a trap, but two of my floodgates broke for no reason. They were Gabbro floodgates with Gabbro mechanisms. Both are magma safe, yet they both immediately broke. And my dwarfiness. So this is magma right here flowing out of the volcano into this trough, right? This trough is right underneath this long little walkway here, right? There's a bridge right here where we can drop things into magma, and then these traps have boulders that will fall from the sky to make things dodge into the magma, ideally. Pretty similar to dodge spike traps where you make things dodge onto spikes. This whole thing's gonna fill up with magma. and I can drain it into this large area so that this upper area here catches all of the armor and weapons like a sieve that are magma safe. Dwarves can run in, collect those, and the initial plan was I would be able to lock this off right here so that I could drain it super easily, completely, and then refill it. But because for some mysterious reason the mechanisms failed in that one, I'm now stuck with an endless string of magma pouring into there, which isn't ideal. I mean, generally, you've been following me since February 3rd, and the last time you spoke in the channel was like 10 days ago. It's not that long. It's okay. I've only been able to sink about 1,500 hours into this, and I have no idea how it works. But yeah, I'm thinking about just resetting or retiring this fort, because the frame rate is horrendous right now because of that endless magma flow we have up on the surface and all the zombies wandering around. And because this trap down here is like, I mean, according to chat logs, it's been 10 days. And because this trap is failing, it's like, I know this design will work, but I think it's probably wise to restart this fort, which sucks for this reason. It sucks because that Hydra is really cool. But I think I'm going to retire this fort, chat. Well, I can't because of the invasion. I can't export the Hydra because we're under siege. Oh, hi, Stone. How you doing today? All right, we'll let the siege in and fight it. Maybe I tried to overly complicate it. Not really. Just two things failed for seemingly no reason. I noticed. Just listening, I got it. Also, how are you doing today, Virtual Spaceman? I'm just gonna see if my military can fight their military and win. We're letting the baddies in because designing the trap has kind of failed and it's been a pain, so we're gonna let the zombies in. Try and fight and win the siege, and after the siege, then we'll retire the fort. No, I don't think it was Shoddycraft Dwarf.
There is nothing overly complicated to a dwarf fortress. It's all a learning thing. Lava good but bad and good again, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yes. Couldn't agree more. Nothing complicated in Dwarf Fortress. There's just zombies outside, don't worry. Just go mine. Okay, we'll cancel that. Put everybody in burrow 1. Turn off job. Thanks for the 100 bits, though. Seriously, man. Cheers for the $1. Since you heard of Hades TTS? Yes, it's been eons since people threw bits at me. Maybe not eons. Elbel, the dwarven child, has been struck down. I think yeah, she went berserk. Spearmaster's been found dead. That was, oh no, are we, I think we just had a mini Loyalty cascade just now. Got a panicking necromancer too. Release the Hydra? Nah. The Hydra will just attack my dwarves. And I don't want to kill the Hydra. Hydra did nothing wrong. Yeah, we're at like a frame a second right now. Nobody gets ad bits. Well, you also gotta remember, right? Nobody gets ad bits because it's fucking February. No one's advertising anything in February. How can I tell? Because of how slow the dwarves are moving. Hydra with an H, not Gydra. What? Solid fuel?
Oh no, not the children. Civil War it is. Bring out the dead.
Music's a little loud, I just realized. There we go, that's better. Captain America, good thing I'm in Canada. Captain America was a bad movie. At least the first one was. Winter Soldier was probably my favorite. And also probably the last Marvel movie I actually enjoyed. I usually have it or had it active for a bit. I found it more distracting than anything. Pretty sure Canada has oil, just not a lot of oil. Yeah, no, this system is working. There's a zombie on the lower level. So if this was filled with magma, they totally would have died. So yeah, no, this system totally is working. I wouldn't say it's working perfectly, but it is working. Captain Canuck doesn't exist. Quit spreading false myths. God, there is a lot of zombies out here. Good old classical music. You wish me luck with my future forts. Cheers, man. No, Captain and Canuck does not exist. Don't send your fake Wikipedia pages at me. I never liked the character Captain Canuck, to be clear. As a kid, I always thought he was stupid. Fake leak is fake. Fake news is fake. Fake, fake, fake. All of it. Canuck is a slang term for Canadian. I don't actually think there was a Captain Vancouver. There's a Captain Vancouver. I'm completely unfamiliar with it. See, it totally works. They dodge off of the edge. Look, they dodge out of the way of the boulders and fall down. Look at them all. See, I've never seen a single second of a Doctor Who episode. Mockingburns. Hello, Mute. Wait, there was a Captain Quebec? What? That's news. What is my tile set? It's a customized version of Krug Smash's tile set. Which Cooler in chat customized. If you want a link for it, it's pinned on my Discord. in the Dwarf Fortress room. Exclamation point Discord. Let's just go whack some zombies. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with how this is going. Like, the trap would have eaten 3 or 4 zombies and some bits. Just a pity that we're kind of dying to frame rate lag right now. Kind of a pity, but it is what it is. Me? I've never seen a single episode of Doctor Who in my life. I'm from Canada. We don't have that shit here. See, though, how many dwarves would I kill here? Oh, now they're climbing back out. Of course they're climbing back out. Oh. Got some dead dwarves already. Also dwarves that are falling. I'm killing the ones on the lower levels. Should unforbid that door so they can get out. It's been really interesting so far. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Starting a fort in a world with no dwarves alive. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Or I think I've lost 2 dwarves. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job, but they're falling off the edge left and right. Let's send the second squad in. This is the one with the necromancer in it, so we're gonna start rezzing our own zombies now. Half the squad is down here on the lower level. One of them died down here too. Yeah, this fort kind of had a problem too, because we never, ever got any interesting medals. Are necromancers technically undead? I can never figure that out. More dwarves are falling down here. 2 dead ones. Alright, how many zombies are left? The actual, like, intelligent zombies are at the other end of the map. Maybe they're leaving. Unlikely. I think they're still heading towards the fort. And thus impervious to all forms of weapon or tool. Yep, that is the worst. I've had that happen. I mean, I guess I could just take the Hydra out of its cage, but that would just be sacrificing the fort. These guys are killing my spear masters. Just tell both of our dwarves to head there instead of going back into training. Come on, guys, get up, get out of there. What does combat look like? I mean, we're killing more of them than they're killing of us, but the lieutenants are out at the far end of the map for some reason. It's just us versus zombies. I mean, we're wrecking most of them. Pretty much, yeah, Stone. I think we'll generate a new world and start up a new fort. It's the bolts that get my dwarves? Yeah, because they have no armor. This was the whole problem with this fort to begin with, was we had no armor. We have weapons, but we are lacking in the armor department. Nothing crazy, you know. I haven't seen any of that stuff yet. I think you have to embark really close to a tower to get that stuff, which I haven't done. I've attacked the tower, which is how we got this. There are some rotten hunters running around, which are the supposed intelligent dudes, but... Also, we're rezzing the zombies as fast as we're killing them now. Which is probably just gonna kill my whole army. Because one of my military members is a zombie. Which is kind of hilarious, but you know. We appear to be winning, actually. We do indeed appear to be winning. Things are falling off the edge faster than they're killing and running down through the lower level. Let's check Bamboozler. How many kills do you have? 1 notable kill, 9 other kills. Bunch of zombies. Seems happy. Hello, Cyclone. How are you doing today? Now the dwarves are running outside and vomiting. We are pushing them back for sure. Yeah, they're down to 4. Yeah, they're leaving. Siege has to be over now. Siege has got to be over now. Yeah, siege is over. All right, so we did lose dwarves. Not too many. Wait for all the dwarves to get back inside. And I need somebody to pull a lever. What are you doing? Gotta be... Okay, you're going to a kicking demonstration now. I cancel that and pull that lever instead. I'm not sure this guy got back here, but there's a human zombie back there which we need to kill. Okay, he's dead now. There's 100 tin goblets are made. Apparently we didn't have enough goblets, man. Anybody gonna go pull that lever? It's gonna cancel a whole lot of jobs in a second here. All right, let's just go into stocks. Go down to the 90 or the 502 body parts. And corpses. Dump all the corpses. And go up to this. Hit I. Make sure that's the right one is active. Yep, the right one is active. Turns out Q key. When trading in Dwarf Fortress? I'm trying to think what the Q key does now. What the heck does the Q key do? There's a lot of vomit everywhere. There's a lot of body parts everywhere. Never really had the interest in setting up computers. I'm much more interested in just RPing a little Dwarven Fortress and don't really care about the super gamey aspects of Dia. But yeah, I think that's kind of the finale of Respectrock, you know? It's just frame rate is so iffy on this fort, and... Although it's, like, fixed itself a bit now. I don't know. I kind of just want to get away from the volcano. The volcano is hurting the frame rate. So we're gonna retire the fort. Salute to Respectrock. It's been fun. But we need something that is beyond our meticulous concern for Respectrock. Your fortress has settled into the rhythm of day-to-day living beyond your meticulous concern. But no, Rad Boy. I've never been particularly interested in redstone or setting up computers or perpetual motion machines or any of that stuff. It's just a little bit too gamey for me. I enjoy the mental RP of Dwarf Fortress over anything. Yeah, and I'm sure that's gonna make the frame rate great. With all of the dead dwarves floating down the river. I'm well aware of